Welcome to the deep dive. You know when you sent in that article about hair brushing?
Hmm.
I never thought it would be this interesting.
Hmm.
I actually might never look at my hairbrush the same way again.
Oh, wow.
And after this deep dive, you might not either.
Okay.
We're taking essential hair brushing tips for healthy, beautiful hair from awafrica.com.
Okay.
It was published on November 2nd, 2024.
Okay.
And we are going to get to the bottom of how to get the best results from our hair brushing routine.
It's funny how we go through life doing something almost every day, like brushing our hair,
Yeah,
without ever really thinking about if we're doing it right.
totally. And this article starts off by exploding one of the biggest hair care myths out there. The 100 strokes a day rule.
Right.
I can't believe that's actually bad for your hair.
It makes sense when you think about the science behind it.
Right.
Every time you brush your hair, you're creating friction.
Yeah.
And that friction can actually strip away the natural oils that your scalp produces to protect and condition your hair. Overbrushing leads to dryness breakage,
Right.
and nobody wants that.
So what's the magic number?
Well,
How much brushing is enough?
there's no one-size-fits-all answer, unfortunately. It really depends on your hair type, texture, and how much product you use.
Okay.
But the key takeaway here is that more isn't always better.
Yeah.
Pay attention to how your hair feels. If it's starting to feel dry or look frizzy, you might be overdoing it with the brush.
That's really helpful. I'm definitely guilty of going overboard sometimes, thinking I'm doing my hair a favor.
Mm-hmm.
But here's a tip that really surprised me. Brush your hair before you get in the shower,
Okay.
especially if you're prone to tangles. Why is that better?
Think of it this way. Wet hair is like a delicate silk thread.
Okay.
It's much weaker and more prone to stretching and breaking than dry hair. When you try to detangle wet hair, especially if you've got knots, you're basically pulling and tugging on those weakened strands,
Right.
which can lead to breakage and split ends.
So by brushing our hair dry, we're gently working through those tangles
Exactly.
before they have a chance to become a bigger problem in the shower.
You're essentially prepping your hair for a smoother, less damaging wash.
And what about people with curly hair?
And for those of you with curly hair, which tends to be more tangle prone, the article suggests detangling in the shower
Okay.
with conditioner and a wide-toothed comb.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've debunked a myth and learned about the importance of brushing dry hair.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about brushing technique.
Okay.
The article talks about brushing from root to tip for shine.
Right.
Why does that work?
It all comes down to those amazing natural oils your scalp produces.
Right.
These oils are like your hair's built-in conditioner.
Mm-hmm.
When you brush from root to tip, you're helping to distribute those oils evenly along the hair shaft,
Okay.
giving your hair that gorgeous, healthy sheen without looking greasy.
Yeah.
And as celebrity hairstylist Jen Atkin points out in the article, brushing also stimulates blood flow to the scalp. Okay.
Which can help bring nutrients to your hair follicles.
It's like a mini scalp massage with beauty benefits.
Exactly.
Okay, so we got the technique down, but let's be real. Tangles happen.
Sure.
What's the best way to tackle those stubborn knots without damaging our hair?
Patience and the right tools are key here.
Okay.
The article recommends starting at the ends of your hair
Mm-hmm.
and gently working your way up, using a detangler or leave-in conditioner
Yeah.
to help lubricate the strands.
Yeah,
Think of it like untangling a delicate necklace.
right.
You wouldn't just yank at it, right?
No,
You'd carefully work through each knot to avoid any damage.
it makes total sense. I've definitely been guilty of attacking my tangles with a vengeance. But I'm realizing now that a gentler approach is much better.
Yeah.
Speaking of tools, the article goes into a lot of detail about choosing the right brush. It's like a whole arsenal of hair care weapons.
It might seem overwhelming at first.
But it really comes down to finding the brush that best suits your hair type and needs.
Okay.
Let's start with the basics. Boar bristle brushes are often considered the gold standard for most hair types.
Okay.
They're gentle on the scalp, help distribute those natural oils, and leave your hair feeling incredibly soft and smooth. It's like brushing with pure luxury.
I'm already picturing myself with a boar bristle brush feeling like a queen.
Mm.
But what about all the other brushes out there?
Well, if you have medium thick hair and need a bit more detangling power, a mixed bristle brush.
Okay.
Combining boar bristles with synthetic ones could be a great option.
Okay.
And for those with thick or coarse hair, a brush with sparse nylon bristles can help tame those unruly strands.
Right.
Then you have flexible bristles for curly hair,
Yeah.
helping to define those gorgeous curls without disrupting their natural pattern. And for short hair, a vented brush can speed up drying time and add volume.
So it's really about finding the perfect match for your hair's unique personality. This is way more nuanced than I ever imagined.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a little embarrassed to ask this,
Yeah.
but how often are we supposed to be cleaning our brushes? Because honestly, mine could probably use a good scrub.
You're not alone.
Okay, good.
The article recommends cleaning your brushes every 2 weeks
Every 2 weeks.
to remove product buildup, dead skin cells, and dust.
Oh, wow.
All that gunk can transfer back to your hair and scalp, affecting its health and shine. Plus, a clean brush just works better.
Every 2 weeks it is. But what's the best way to clean them?
It's actually super simple.
Okay.
Just create a little shampoo soak using lukewarm water and a teaspoon of clarifying shampoo.
Okay.
Let your brush soak for a few minutes, rinse it thoroughly, and use a comb to remove any trapped hairs. Easy peasy.
Wow. I had no idea it was that simple. I feel like I've learned so much already and we're just getting started.
We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to discover about the fascinating world of hairbrushing
Right.
and its impact on our overall well-being. You know what's fascinating about this article is how it highlights the connection between hair care and well-being.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just about looking good.
Right.
It's about feeling good, too.
I love that. It's like hairbrushing is a form of self-care.
Exactly.
A little ritual we can do to pamper ourselves and de-stress.
Exactly. The article even mentions that brushing can be a form of stress relief.
The
Rhythmic motion.
Yeah.
And the feeling of the bristles on your scalp can have a calming effect, almost like a mini meditation.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
There's something so soothing about brushing your hair, especially when you're using a nice brush. It's like all your worries just melt away.
And there's a scientific reason for that feeling of relaxation.
Is there?
Brushing stimulates blood flow to the scalp,
Okay.
which can release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that naturally reduce stress and boost your mood.
So it's not just about shiny hair. We're talking about a happier, calmer you.
Exactly.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of brushes, do you have a personal favorite?
I'm a big fan of the classic boar bristle brush.
Okay.
It's gentle on my hair and leaves it feeling incredibly soft and smooth.
Yeah.
Plus, it helps distribute those natural oils from my scalp down to the ends of my hair,
Right.
which keeps it looking healthy and shiny.
The article definitely raves about boar bristle brushes. I'm adding that to my shopping list.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, have you ever experimented with any of the other brush types we talked about earlier?
Of course. Different brushes serve different purposes.
Right.
Sometimes I use a wide-toothed comb to detangle my hair when it's wet, especially after a shower.
Okay.
And when I want to add some volume, a vented brush is my go-to for blow drying.
It's like having the right tool for every hair situation.
Exactly.
I'm starting to feel like a hair care expert just from this deep dive. But let's get back to the article for a moment.
Okay.
Was there anything else that stood out to you as particularly interesting?
The article's emphasis on scalp health really resonated with me. It repeatedly mentions how important it is to stimulate the scalp through brushing.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying that a healthy scalp is the foundation for healthy hair growth.
Exactly. A healthy scalp provides the optimal environment for hair follicles to thrive.
Right.
When your scalp is well-nourished and stimulated, it can lead to stronger, thicker, and more vibrant hair growth.
Yeah.
It's like tending to the soil before planting a garden.
Right.
If the soil is healthy, the plants will flourish.
That's such a great analogy.
Yeah.
So besides brushing, what else can we do to keep our scalp soil in tip-top shape?
Well, one important thing is to use a gentle shampoo and conditioner that won't strip the scalp of its natural oils.
Okay.
Harsh chemicals can disrupt the delicate balance of the scalp's microbiome,
Right.
leading to dryness, irritation, and even dandruff.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
We should treat our scalp with the same care and attention we give to the skin on our faces.
absolutely. And just like we exfoliate our faces to remove dead skin cells,
Yeah.
we can also exfoliate our scalps. Okay.
There are specific scalp scrubs available that can help to remove buildup and promote healthy circulation.
Scalp scrubs. I'm definitely gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
What else can we do to give our scalp some extra love?
Our diet plays a huge role in hair and scalp health.
Right.
Just like our bodies need a balanced diet to function properly.
Yeah.
Our hair and scalp need the right nutrients to thrive.
Oh.
Foods rich in vitamins, minerals, and protein can promote healthy hair growth and a balanced scalp.
So it's not just about what we put on our scalps, but what we put in our bodies as well.
Right.
It's all connected.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we can't forget about stress management.
Right.
Stress can wreak havoc on our bodies, including our hair and scalp.
Okay.
Finding healthy ways to manage stress, whether it's exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature, can have a positive impact on our overall well-being,
Yeah.
including the health of our hair.
This is all such great information. I feel like we've gone beyond just hair brushing and entered a whole new world of holistic hair care. That's the beauty of these deep dives.
Right?
We start with one topic and end up uncovering a wealth of interconnected knowledge.
Yeah.
It's all about expanding our understanding and empowering ourselves to make informed choices.
Well said. It's amazing how much we can learn from something as seemingly simple as hair brushing,
Yeah,
but I have a feeling there's even more to uncover.
there always is. This deep dive has been a fantastic exploration, but it's just the beginning of a lifelong journey of hair care discovery.
I'm excited to continue that journey.
Mm.
But before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier about scalp health.
Okay.
The article touched on it, but I'm curious to hear more about how we can nurture our scalps and create the ideal environment for healthy hair growth.
You're right, we could spend a whole other deep dive just on scalp health.
Right.
But for now, let's focus on a few key things.
Perfect. I'm ready to take notes. Okay, so we're talking scalp health. It sounds like it's more than just keeping it clean.
Exactly.
Right.
Think of your scalp like a garden. You wouldn't just water the plants and call it a day, would you?
Yeah.
Nurture the soil, make sure it has the right nutrients, and protect it from hard elements.
So how do we translate that to our scalps?
Yeah.
Besides using a gentle shampoo and conditioner, what else can we do to create that healthy environment for hair growth?
One thing the article mentions is exfoliation. Just like we exfoliate our skin to remove dead skin cells, we can do the same for our scalps.
Right.
There are special scalp scrubs that help remove product buildup and excess oil, allowing your hair follicles to breathe and function properly.
Scalp scrubs. I've never even heard of those.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense. What about diet? Does what we eat affect our scalp health too?
Absolutely. Just like the rest of our body, our scalp needs the right nutrients to thrive. A diet rich in vitamins, minerals, and protein can make a huge difference in the health of your hair and scalp.
So if I'm trying to grow my hair longer and stronger, a healthy scalp is just as important as using the right hair products.
Exactly. It's like building a house. You need a strong foundation for everything else to stand on.
That's a great way to put it. I'm starting to see hair care in a whole new light. It's not just about vanity, it's about overall health and well-being.
And we can't forget about the impact of stress.
Oh, right.
When we're stressed, our bodies produce hormones that can disrupt hair growth and lead to scalp problems.
So finding healthy ways to manage stress, like exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature, can actually benefit our hair and scalp.
Absolutely. It's all connected. Taking care of our mental and emotional well-being is just as important as taking care of our physical health, including our hair.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. I feel like I've learned so much about hair care,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to put all these tips into practice.
Me too. It's amazing how something as simple as hair brushing can spark such a fascinating exploration of hair health and well-being.
It just goes to show that there's always something new to learn, even about the things we do every day without thinking.
And sometimes those seemingly ordinary things hold the keys to extraordinary discoveries.
Well said. A huge thank you to you for sharing your insights and expertise with us today. It's been a pleasure diving deep into the world of hair care with you.
The pleasure was all mine.
And to you, our amazing listener, thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. We hope you've learned something new and feel inspired to take your hair care routine to the next level. Until next time, keep those brushes clean, those scalps happy, and those minds curious.